If you need any MyTEAM grinds in any mode, hit up my boy Witty for safe, reliable, and the cheapest grinding services around. Hit him up on Twitter. You won't be disappointed. Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the best cards to buy specifically after this market crash here at NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Basically, guys who are going to be affected by the market crash at each position that I would recommend targeting if you need upgrades to your squad. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if you'll do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So this is not exactly a budget card video, even though a lot of these cards are budget cards, but it is kind of a just a video on mostly pink diamond and below cards, because those are the guys who are the most affected, obviously, by these heroic super packs, simply because the heroic super pack odds give you a 27% chance at a pink diamond and a 61% chance at a diamond, but only a 2.5% chance at a galaxy opal. So what the super packs will continue to do is drop the market on pink diamonds more, and lower cards, of course, than pink diamonds as well, more and more. So if we start at the point guard position, pink diamonds to Fawn Castle, I think, is a great place to start. He's going for, he was over 20K earlier, I guess yesterday, I should say earlier this week. He is now below 20,000 MT, can be gotten for somewhere, well, he's only actually still 19K MT, but still, this is about as cheap as he will be. Really good defensive point guard. I very much rate him very highly. I think he's really good, and I think he's a great option. Another good pink diamond point guard to target from season 2 is Zach LaVine. Again, same story, was going for, I don't know, over 40,000 MT, and he is now a bit cheaper than that. Look, I think he was going for about 50K, and now he's about 38K. So again, has dropped a bit in price. Cards like this, again, the market is not crashing as big as it was, but it is still crashed a decent amount. Cade Cunningham, same story. Goes from over 50K to under 40. Again, has become more affordable. In fact, it looks like you might even be able to get Cade for under 30K right now, which feels like a pretty good price. And the other thing about a lot of these older cards is that you can get a lot of them with extra badges. You can find good deals on fully badged versions of these older cards, and that can give you an opportunity to get cards that are going to play better than their tier. Dyson Daniels was 15K MT this morning. I sniped a couple of Dyson Daniels for under 10,000 MT earlier, and I think he still might, nope, he's not under 10K anymore, but 12.7, 12.2, 11.8, again, drops a few thousand MT in price. He would be another point guard option that I would suggest as well. Now, pink diamonds, or sorry, shooting guard has like a bajillion pink diamonds, and honestly, there's a lot of different options in here that have dropped really just within the last few weeks. Like, for example, Julian Strawther and Bilal Coulibaly in here. Bilal was over 10K MT, should be, I would assume, less than 10K now, although I'm actually not certain about. Wow, he's still 12K. He's held his value pretty well. He was like 15K, only 12.6. Some of these cards are holding value a little bit better than I anticipated, I will say, which is probably a little bit less surprising just because super packs have been going on for a while now. But Julian Strawther, who you can get for less than 10K, looks like you can probably get him, I would assume, for less than about 7 actually. Yes, oh wow, 5.9, 5.7, there you go. Pretty good price on Julian Strawther right there. He's a good option. Bunch of good pink diamonds that have come out in the last couple weeks in these sets as well. For example, Michael Cooper, who's really good, again, can be attained for less than 10,000 MT. In fact, looks like you could probably get him for less than 8K or so. Another 3&D who's got a really good jump shot, very solid card there. Bunch of other cards from the last couple weeks of content, for example, Danny Green, Doug Christie, both of whom are going for about 5,000 MT from what I saw, maybe a little bit more than that, but 6,000-7,000 MT is not a bad price at all to pay for these cards as really good budget options. Looks like Doug Christie is less than 6K, so I would assume Danny Green is probably in that same price point. Both these guys are really good cards for that price point. Definitely think that is a high level value for those guys. And I mean, Danny Green, I don't know, I'm tempted to snipe this one for 6.25. That feels like a good price. Considering that he's going for more, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna buy that then Danny Green and try to resell him later this week. I think that's a decent value right there as a snipe. And then Radioactive, same story. Matt Barnes, Wesley Person, guys like that came out this week, both of whom are elite level shooting guard options for that pink diamond tier, are really good cards as well. So small forward, we'll start with Jonathan Bender, actually, who has been consistently over 60,000 MT since he came out, even though with his price dropping a little bit over the last couple of days. I would expect his price will actually go up a bit because because he is really good, and I think people are only now catching on to how good he is because how good his jump shot is. Now, to be fair, he is still going for close to 60,000 MT, a little bit less than 60. You can get him for 58-ish is what it's looking like right now, but wouldn't be shocked if in a week and a half he's 75K. is what I will say. He's really good, great release, 6'7", does a lot of really good things in the defensive end of the court. That's a card I would definitely recommend, especially if you could find him with some extra badges and stuff. Like the Bender that I bought, I did add a couple extra Hoffs to him already, but he had like 18 Hoffs. I added like 4 more of the good ones that he needed, but I got him for 88K yesterday. Came with Hoff on Ball Menace, a couple other really good Hall of Fame badges added, and like you can get good deals on cards like this for sure. So definitely look for those badged out deals if you can. Michael Beasley, same story. I know he's expensive too, but again, he's going to be less expensive today than he will be other days because of look how many Michael Beasleys are on the auction house. And again, if you can find one scattered in here, this one has 2 extra Hoffs. I don't know if they're good defensive Hoffs, but if they are, that would be awesome. Now, they're not, unfortunately. But again, look for badged out versions of these cards. There will be plenty of them available over the next couple of days. And maybe you can find one here with a couple extra Hoffs or 3 extra Hoffs or whatever. Like this one's got a movable Enforcer on Hoff and On-Ball Menace. It's got 2 extra Hoffs, but they're Elite Hall of Fame badges. That is the type of Michael Beasley you can snag for a deal that won't probably sell for a ridiculously expensive amount. He won't be, because he's not fully badged like some of these ones that have 20 Hoffs and 8 Legend badges, but you can get really good deals on cards like that one right there. This Michael Beasley. Yeah, he won't even probably have ended on Xbox by the time y'all see this video. I would consider trying to get that card. Now, he's probably gonna be more expensive because I said that specifically, but point being, I just think you can find a lot of good deals on cards, and today is a really good day to try to do exactly that. So at the small forward position, your best bets are, again, those 2 pink diamond small forwards. I just think Jonathan Bender and Michael Beasley are better cards than everybody else you can pretty much get at the small forward position for that price point right now. Although I will say Diamond, Paulo Banchero from season 2 is another really good small forward option, who's pretty cheap, pretty affordable. He's less than, I mean, I got a Paulo for 15K earlier. I think he's probably about 20K. He's going back up in price a little bit, but if you can snag a Diamond Paulo as well, that's another guy that I think would be a pretty good option to try to pick up if you can get a good price point on him. I feel like I probably should have bought a couple more actually than I did earlier, because he's back over 20K. Oh no, he's right around 20K, 19K, 18K, a little bit less than 20K, but you can find good deals, man. Just keep on looking. Power forward position, same story there. I will say the power forwards are a little bit limited. Like your best bets are guys who have been out for a while at the power forward position in terms of these pink diamond and below cards that are going to be more affected by this market crash, such as, for example, a Akeem Olajuwon, who's down to 50,000 MT. Pink diamond Joel Embiid is kind of in that same boat, as well as a guy who's good at the power forward position card, who's been out for a while, should have dropped in price a bit from today's market crash as well. In fact, he's less than 35K. You can get him for less than 30K. Man, this pink diamond Embiid for this price point is honestly still a pretty viable card. I think Embiid's a little bit better, but oh my gosh. Okay, we got a couple of Embiid snipes here. I'm not gonna lie. These I'm picking up these ones for 14K because these are a little bit too well priced, in my opinion. I feel like he'll be back over 20K pretty soon. I'm gonna buy that one for 15 as well, actually. We'll take those Embiids because that feels like pretty good price points on those cards. Like I'm saying, you can get good deals. I bet those Embiids resell for 25K. You can make a lot of MT off of this as well. I talk about best cards to buy as cards you can add to your team, but you can also get some really good prices of cards where you're gonna be able to sell for a profit later on this week and make some MT. And that's what I've been doing today. I've spent like 100,000 MT on a bunch of amethysts and diamonds and a couple pink diamonds there in Embiid and stuff, just trying to get good prices on cards. Jaren Jackson Jr., another great option, going for 12K right now. I bet by the end of this week he's up to 18 or 19,000 MT or so. Can make a couple of thousand MT off of that if you wanted. And again, he's a really good defensive power forward with a super nice release as well at the power forward position. So center position, obviously the number one best center to buy, who is going to be affected more by these super packs, is pink diamond Victor Wembanyama. Now keep in mind, Wemby is a little bit more expensive, I feel like, today than he was a couple days ago. I think people are actually bidding a little bit more on him, which is interesting. I bought a 6 legend with a couple good legends, Wemby, on Saturday for 580,000 MT. He's now up to about 700K fully badged, which is interesting. I've seen a couple of them ending around there today, but there are a lot of base Wembys still. And like, again, it's the same story where look for an extra Hall of Fame badge here, an extra Hall of Fame badge there. Maybe you're not going to be able to afford one with 25 Hall of Fame badges and 6 legend badges or whatever the case may be, but you can find one with 16 Hoffs, and maybe he's got some extra good Hoffs, for example, that type of stuff. Look for those cards, look for good deals, look for good values. There are a lot of new base Wembys that have dropped in the last couple hours from these super packs, and they will continue to drop. As I record this video, it's middle of the day. People are going to come home from work and open super packs. Like, you will have the opportunity to make MT over the next day or so from these cards, and also to add good cards to your collection. And Wemby is another great example of a guy who, if you want him, you should pick him up, because it seems like his value is starting to go back up. Pink Diamond KP is kind of in that same boat. I don't believe he is quite a buyout right now, but again, you can get like that one's with 18 Hall of Fame badges is at 110 right now with only a few more minutes left to go. Like you can get really nice values on a lot of these cards. Again, look for those with extra Hall of Fame badges, but they're going to be more affordable. KP looks like he's going to be right around 100K flat, in all honesty, probably. And you know what? Again, another really good budget center option that you can buy there. And I will say my favorite budget center is right now Tyson Chandler. This card is so good. I wish I could find a Tyson Chandler with like 15 Hall of Fame badges. Somebody would badge up a diamond Tyson Chandler. I'd pay more than I should for this card, to be honest, because I actually really like him as well. If you need a fill-in center, he's super cheap, like literally 4,000 MT. Would I recommend picking him up as well if you just need somebody as a filler, if you're new to my team, something like that, then he is a great card to add as well. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.